We've known for a few months what the episode titles for the 60th anniversaries are, with the first being The Star Beast. The nerdy question which I've been asking myself is if this will be a remake or a sequel to that original comic. Spoilers, it's not the latter. Before we dive right into this nerdiness, if you've popped by and you're new and fancy some stuff like this, then leave a like, comment and subscribe. Come on, you know you want to. For those who've watched my video about Beep the Meep, you will know the history behind the character, along with the fact that it originally came from a comic strip. This story was called Doctor Who and the Star Beast. The story also featured the Wraith Warriors, who will also be appearing alongside Meep in the 60th. One question which has ebbed on my mind is if RTD is flat out remaking it. Simple answer is yes, it's an adaptation. This isn't the first time we've had a story taken from expanded media and adapted for television though. Did you know that Human Nature was a Seventh Doctor novel before being adapted into a TV story, and that Sally Sparrow was a character who appeared in a Doctor Who annual before being fleshed out for Blink? We've also had some stories take inspiration from Big Finish audios, like Dalek from Jubilee or Rise of the Cybermen from Spare Parts. We will be getting this remake treatment. All things in the trailer do point to this, with the obvious difference being the human characters and that David Tennant is playing the Doctor here instead of Tom Baker. But I must pose that deadly question of what if? What if this special could somehow be a continuation of events from the comic, or Big Finish version, depending on your preference? Well, that could be simple. We could have the toy maker show up, explain a few things, that the Doctor has somehow relived an old adventure and he somehow doesn't remember, therefore making all adaptations of the Star Beast canon, along with many other stories which may have been adapted in some way or another. It would be a really niche way of honouring Doctor Who beyond the TV show. But I think I'm getting carried away here. I think the timing of the interview with the original comic strip writers Pat Mills and Dave Gibbons in Doctor Who magazine issue 596 is brilliant, because it gives insight into how much they were made aware of the story being adapted onto television over 40 years after Meep made its debut on the pages of the very same magazine. The Star Beast is one of those comic strips which has a legacy. It's still spoken about to this day, and it's incredible that many are finally getting exposure to characters like Beep the Meep and the Wraith Warriors. Beep, of course, is voiced by Miriam Margolyes, who is also interviewed in the magazine. I, for one, am very excited. While I would love some sort of reference to the fact that this adventure has happened before, I very much doubt it will happen, because, at the end of the day, I'm someone who just thinks too hard about the canon. I'm a nerd.